Well, hello students. Once again in the today's class, just will continue the photosynthesis and higher plants topic. And as I have told you that in the previous class, we have seen the structure of chloroplast. In the today's class, we'll continue that chloroplast structure and some extra neat points we are going to cover. Then we'll go for the early experiments. Okay. Now, once again, just I'll repeat the structure. Just concentrate here, just for a while, I'll come here. So here, just a repetition of structure of chloroplast we are going to see. Structure of chloroplast, okay. As I have already told you that chloroplast is a double membrane structure. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ. ಆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಔಟರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. ಔಟರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಎರಡು ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅವ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು periplastidial space ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. What do we call for that? Periplastidial space. Outer membrane, inner membrane are the two layers which are covering the cytoplasm of the chloroplast. ಕೋಶ ದ್ರವನ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎರಡು ಪೊರೆಗೆ ಎರಡು ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಔಟರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The space present between the two membranes are called as what? Periplastidial space. And in the cytoplasm, we are going to see the presence of the two important parts. Okay, the cytoplasm of the not only the cytoplasm, chloroplast. Chloroplast is divided into two important parts. One is called as what? Grana, and the other one is called as what? Stroma. ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಗ್ರಾನ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ. ಕೋಶ ದ್ರವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಳಕು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಲೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ, ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾನ ನಾವು ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಗ್ರಾನ, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾನ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಗ್ರಾನ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಗ್ರಾನ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಲೈಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಳಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಪತ್ರ ಹರಿತು ಇರೋದಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಸೊ ಈ ಬೆಳಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಲೈಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರಾನಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, just concentrate here. What I want to tell is, in the presence of the light only, the granas are activated. And why they are activated? Because they are consisting of the quantasomes. Okay, they are consisting of the quantasomes. Quantasomes irtava, hangagi they are activated. What these quantasomes are? They are absorbing the light, okay, from the atmosphere. Quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure. ಏನು quantasomes ಅಂದರೆ small spherical shaped structure. Quantasomes ಅಂದರೆ small spherical shaped structure which absorbs the light. Which absorbs the light. Small spherical shaped structure which absorbs the light is called as what? Quantasomes. ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಸೋಮ್ಸು ಲೈಟ್ ಎಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದಾನೇ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ small spherical shaped structure which are absorbing the light, And these quantasomes, these granas, are made up of the tubular shaped structure called as thylakoids. Granas are made up of tubular shaped structure called as thylakoids. Okay, thylakoids means what? Thylakoids means they are the tubular shaped structure. What are thylakoids here? These are the tubular shaped structure where they are arranged like the stacks of a coin on one above the other. Coin ಯಾವ ತರ ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾವ ಅದೇ ತರ thylakoids ನು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ. Thylakoids are the tubular shaped structure. Quantasomes are what? They are the spherical shaped structure. One question. Thylakoids are the tubular shaped structure. Thylakoids are the tubular shaped structure where they are arranged on one above the other. Okay, they are arranged on one above the other like a stacks of a coin. Arranged on one above the other like a stacks of a coin. One above the other like a stacks of a coin anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Stacks of a coin. That is called as what? Thylakoid. Understood? So this overall structure we people have seen in the previous class. What we have seen the overall structure. ಈ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಯಾರು? AFW Skipper ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. The chloroplast has been discovered by the scientist called as AFW Skipper, and this chloroplast, okay, these chloroplasts are present inside the leaves. Okay, chloroplasts are present inside the leaves. So leaves are called as kitchen of the plant body. Leaves are called as what? Kitchen of the plant body. What the leaves are called? They are called as what? Kitchen of the plant body. Understood? So ನೀವು anatomy ಒಳಗ ಈ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ leaf ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? upper epidermis. Okay, in the anatomy people have seen upper epidermis ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ, lower epidermis ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ. Okay, and here vascular bundle, ಇಲ್ಲಿ palisade parenchyma ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇಳಿಸಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲವರು ಇಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. So structure ಇಳಿಸಿರಿ ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? maximum most of the students have drawn the structure. ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ anatomy of the leaf ನಾಗ. leaf anatomy ನಾಗ ಈ ತರ ಇಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. So chloroplast ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವು parenchymatic cells ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ. Okay, so chloroplast where they are located? They are located inside the parenchymatic cells. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀಟ್ CET ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳರ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ parenchymatic cells. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ parenchyma which is consisting of chloroplast. parenchyma which is consisting of chloroplast. Parenchyma which is consisting of chloroplast are called as chloroparenchyma. ಯಾವ parenchyma chloroplast ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಯಾವ parenchyma chloroplast ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು chloroparenchyma ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. What do we call for that? Chloroparenchyma. The parenchymatic cells which are consisting of chloroplast are called as what? Chloroparenchyma. Those chloroparenchyma are present inside the leaves. ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾವ? leaves ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? So this is the overall structure of the chloroplast. What is this? This is the overall structure of the chloroplast. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನು. Next ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? So this is all what we have seen. It is important for the theory as well as important for the NEET and the CET also. Actually, I have to tell about the quantasomes, but later we will talk about the quantasomes. Okay, when the light reaction is going to occur at that time, or else just we shall see now. Okay, so these structure of the quantasomes. Okay, structure of the quantasomes are nothing but how they are arranged. See here, you know chloroparenchymatic cells. Okay, you people know chloroparenchyma. So these chloroparenchyma are consisting of chloroplast we have seen. So now we are going to see the structure of the quantizome. This is the diagram of the structure of quantizome. Okay, this is the diagram of structure of quantizome. So these quantizomes, as I already told you, that is, they are the small spherical shaped structure which are consisting of chlorophyll pigment. Okay, these are the small spherical shaped structure which are consisting of chlorophyll pigment. So here you can see quantizomes. So quantizomes are the small spherical shaped structure which absorbs the light we have seen. But these quantizomes, who discovered this? Quantizomes are discovered by the scientist called as Park and Biggins. Makladra, idu purely meat matte seed help barte. Quantizomes are discovered by the scientist called as Park and Biggins. And each quantizome ಅಂದರೆ single, each quantizome is consisting of 200 to 250 chlorophyll pigments. ಪತ್ರಹರಿತುಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ? ಪತ್ರಹರಿತು. 200 to 250 chlorophyll pigments are present in each quantasome. And also 50 carotenoids. How many carotenoids? It is also consisting of 50 carotenoids. Okay, so quantasome is consisting of 50 carotenoids, andre colored ದ್ರವಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 200 to 250 chlorophyll pigments ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪತ್ರಹರಿತು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And quantasomes are discovered by the scientist called as Park and Biggins. Okay, so ಇಷ್ಟು ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Just draw the diagram and note down the structure. Hope so you have drawn the diagram now. Okay. Now students, this concept particularly they have mentioned in the NCERT. Okay, but not in detail. As I am telling in detail, it is not mentioned in detail. Just what is light reaction? Heading is what is light reaction. And that concept they have mentioned. Okay. So just I will tell in detail. Got? Okay. So hope so you have drawn the diagram. So what is quantazome here? They are the small spherical shaped structure which are discovered by the scientist called as Park and Biggins. And each quantazome is consisting of 200 to 250 chlorophyll pigments, that is green color pigments. Chlorophyll pigments ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಏನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ chlorophyll pigments ಅಂದರೆ ಪತ್ರಹರಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲೆ ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ chlorophyll pigments present inside the quantasomes. And also we can see there is a presence of 50 carotenoids, colored pigments ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, also there is a presence of what? 50 carotenoids or colored pigments ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Okay, and here ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? What happens in this mechanism? Just I draw the diagram of the chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast diagram rub ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ quantasomes ನಾಗ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ just I do the explanation. Okay, now see here, as I have told you that quantasomes are present in the where? They are present in the grana. Quantasomes are present in the grana. Okay, so these quantasomes they are the small spherical shaped structure I have told you. Okay, and what they will do? They will absorb the light. They are absorbing the light, and also they, after absorption of the light, there is an activation of the chlorophyll pigments. Light ಅನ್ನು absorb ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ? chlorophyll pigment ನ activate ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. So here these quantasomes, okay, these quantasomes they are consisting of 200 to 250 chlorophyll pigments ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಲರ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, now when the light, so this arrow mark is called as what? Light. ಈ arrow marking ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Light ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. When the light is falling on the quantasome, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು quantasome ಮೇಲೆ light ಬೀಳ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. Okay, quantasomes where they are present? Inside the grana. Grana where they are present? Inside the chloroplast. Chloroplast where they are present? Inside the leaf. See, this is the leaf. Okay, inside the leaf there is a presence of chloroplast. Okay, so chloroplast ಒಳಗ grana. Grana ಒಳಗ quantasomes. Inside the grana, quantasomes. So when the light is falling here, okay, this is the sunlight. So when the light is falling here, what happens? The pigments present in the quantasomes will be activated. The pigments present in the quantasomes ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ದ್ರವಗಳು ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The pigments present in the quantasomes will be activated and electrons also activated simultaneously. Pigments ಒಳಗೆ electrons ಇರ್ತವೆ. Electrons are the energy carriers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. What are electrons here? Electrons are the energy carrier. Electrons are the energy carrier. Okay. ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀಟಿಗೆ CETಗೆ ನೀವು ಕವರ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಸೊ when the light is falling, okay, ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಬೀಳ್ತದ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಗ್ರಾನ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಗ್ರಾನ ಒಳಗೆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ಸ್ನಾಗ 200 to 250 ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರೈಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕುಕ್ ರೈಸ್, ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಲೆ ಹಚ್ಚಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಾಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಕುದಿ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹಾಕಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಲಸಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಅನ್ನ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟು ಬೆಳಕು ಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? ಬೆಳಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಒಲಿ ಹಚ್ಚಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹಚ್ಚಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅನ್ನ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, when there is no sunlight, we are not going to see the presence of the photosynthesis. Okay, food synthesis. That is why sunlight plays a very important role in the process of photosynthesis. So sunlight is playing an important role in the process of photosynthesis, we are going to see. Okay, so when the light is falling on the grana, what happens? The quantasomes are absorbing the light. When they absorb the light, all the electrons are activated. All the electrons are activated. So electrons activate ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾವೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಬೀಳೋದು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ. ಅದಾಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರೀಚ್ ಟು ದ ಪೀಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ and they are passing to the peak level. All the chlorophyll pigments are activated. All the chlorophyll pigments are activated and all the electrons will be are activated and they just reach to the one center. Okay, all chlorophyll pigments ಬಂದು one center ಗೆ reach ಆಗ್ತವ and that center is called as light harvesting complex. ಆ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಲೈಟ್ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ LHC. Okay, what do we call for that? It is called as what? LHC. So when the light is falling on the quantasomes, okay, when the light is falling on the quantasomes, all the chlorophyll pigments are activated and then what happens? The energy is transferred from ground level to upper level to still more upper level to peak level, and that peak level is called as what? Light harvesting complex. Okay, and this energy what it is found in the ground level, it is called as what? Ground state of energy. What do we call for that? It is called as what? Ground state of energy. Okay, and it is remaining up to 10 raised to minus 9 seconds. Within a fraction of seconds, this energy will be transferred from one quantasome to the another quantasome. 10 raised to minus 9 seconds means what? Within a fraction of second, it is going to transfer the energy from one quantasome to another quantasome. Understood? So this is the structure of the quantasome. Okay, so quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure which are discovered by the scientists called as Park and Wiggins, and each quantasome is consisting of what? 200 to 250 chlorophyll pigments, and also 50 carotenoids. Chlorophyll pigments will be greenish in color and carotenoids will be colored pigments. When the light is falling on the quantum zones, the electrons are activated and then the electrons are transferring its energy from one level to the another level. That is ground level energy is called as what? Ground state of energy, which is remaining up to 10 raised to minus 9 seconds. Okay, and it is coming, all the chlorophyll pigments are activated and reaching to the peak level, and that level is called as what? Light harvesting complex or LHC. And this light harvesting complex or LHC are they are also called as, okay, other name of light harvesting complex or LHC means what? LHC. It is called as light harvesting complex. Okay, it is also called as light harvesting complex. It is also called as reaction center. It is also called as what? Reaction center. Ella chlorophyll pigment bandu alge kutkondirtava, hangage adana reaction center anta kariತೀವಿ. Or it is also called as photosystem. Or it is also called as what? Photosystem. Light harvesting complex we will call. Then it is called as reaction center, or it is called as what? Photosystem. Now, we are going to see that there is a presence of two types of photosystem, or two types of light harvesting complex, or two types of reaction. Okay, two types of PS photosystem andre PS anta kariteve. Two types of photosystem. Okay, PS1 and PS2 we will call. Now on what basis this PS1 and PS2 is formed? That is based on the wavelength of the chlorophyll pigment. Based on the wavelength of the chlorophyll pigment. Okay, based on the wavelength of the chlorophyll pigment, these two types of photosystem, based on wavelength of chlorophyll pigment, these two types of photosystems are formed here. Wavelength andre niಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅವರಿಗೆ wavelength ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲೆಗಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So based on the wavelength of the chlorophyll pigment, we are going to see two types of photosystem, that is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Now, how the wavelength is measured? Okay, how the wavelength is measured? That is by the technique called as spectrophotometer. Spectrophotometer. Spectrophotometer is a instrument. Spectrophotometer is an instrument which is used. Spectrophotometer is an instrument which is used for measuring the chlorophyll pigment. Which is used for measuring the chlorophyll pigment present in the leaves. Okay, spectrophotometer is the instrument which is used for measuring the chlorophyll pigment which is present in the leaf. Okay, and by using that spectrophotometer, two types of photosystem we are going to see, PS1 and PS2. So PS1 and PS2 wavelength number is 680 and 700 nanometer. Okay, so let me confirm this: 680 and 700 nanometer, PS1 and PS2. Yes, it is just reverse, students. PS1, that is photosystem 1, at its peak level, that is 700 nanometer. Photosystem 2, it is 680 nanometer. 700 nanometer, 680 nanometer. Okay, so PS1 is 700 nanometer and PS2 is 680 nanometer. Now this light harvesting complex is also called as what? Antenna complex. Light harvesting complex is also called as what? Antenna complex. Okay, and here on what based on what these wavelength ranges are going to occur? That is based on the frequency. When the sunlight is passing over through the prism. Okay, 7 colors are produced with diol, is it not? So violet, indigo, blue, yellow, orange and the red. So starting from the 400 nanometer or 380 nanometer, starting from that 380 nanometer to 720 nanometer of wavelength range is present. Last color is red light, is it not? Last color is what? Red light. So this red light is having sorry, this red light is having 680 nanometer to 720 nanometer of wavelength range. Okay, so the wavelength frequency or the wavelength range of the photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 is 680 nanometer to 720 nanometer of wavelength range. Okay, and this confirms that the red light plays a very important role for the process of photosynthesis. I'm sorry students, red light plays a very important role. Red light plays a very important role in the photosynthesis. Red light plays a very important role in the photosynthesis. Okay, so this is about the chlorophyll pigments. Once again I will repeat, please concentrate. I was talking about the structure of quantazone, then we will name all these points. Okay, so structure of quantazones. So first of all, leaf is the kitchen of the plant body. Why? Because inside the leaf there is a presence of what? Chloroparenchymatic cells. Inside the leaf there is a presence of chloroparenchymatic cells. Okay, so in this chloroparenchyma there is a presence of chloroplast. This is called as what? Chloroplast. Okay, in the chloroplast there is a presence of grana. In the chloroplast what it is consisting? Grana. So these granas are the site of light reaction. Why? Because they are consisting of 8 to 10 thylakoids. One grana is consisting of 8 to 10 thylakoids, and one chloroplast is consisting of 60 to 80 grana, and one leaf is consisting of millions of chloroplasts. That means thousands together of chloroplast is consisting. So that is why leaf is greenish in color. Okay, quantazones, as I have already told you, they are the small spherical shaped structure which are discovered by the scientist called as Park and Wiggins. And each quantazone we see, each quantazone is consisting of 200 to 250 green color chlorophyll pigment, and also there is a presence of 50 carotenoid. Okay, common is chlorophyll A. Common is chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A is the common pigment, common green color pigment. So this each quantazone is 250 chlorophyll pigment, 250 chlorophyll pigment, 250, 250, 250. So when the light is falling on the quantazone or when the light is falling on the leaf, quantazones absorbs the light. When they absorb the light, they start activating its electron. For example, light ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, okay, bulb ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ switch ನ on ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. That when we switch on the button, the electrons will be transferred through the wire and it will make the bulb to get the light. Same way here also. Okay, same way here also. When the light is falling on the leaf, the quantazones are like what to say, bulb. Okay, the leaf is the source where the electrons are transferred, okay, to the quantazone, and these quantazones, they just activates its chlorophyll pigments, and all the chlorophyll pigments will come and collect at one center, and that center is called as what? Light harvesting complex or antenna complex. So this ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ? ಆಂಟಿನಾ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕೇಬಲ್ TV ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಕೂಡ ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ what happens? All chlorophyll pigments are activated and they reach to one center, that is called as what? Reaction center. What do we call for that? It is called as what? Reaction center. That reaction center is also called as what? Photosystem. Light harvesting complex will say, reaction center will say, photosystem will say. Okay students, now photosystems are of two types. How many types of photosystems are there? Two types of photosystems are there, photosystem 1 and the photosystem 2. Okay, now based on what they have discovered this photosystem? That is based on the measurement of the wavelength Based on the measurement of the wavelength range, they have discovered the two types of photosystem, that is photosystem 1 and the photosystem 2. Now the question arises how the chlorophyll pigment is measured. That is by using the instrument called as spectrophotometer. ಇವಾಗ spectrophotometer ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It is an instrument which is used to measure the chlorophyll pigment. Students, if you do the degree, if you do the PG in the botany, then you will know what is spectrophotometer. A long procedure is there to measure the chlorophyll pigment. Okay. So what is spectrophotometer? It is the instrument which is used to measure the wavelength range of the chlorophyll pigment. Okay. Now finally, after the measurement, what they have found? Photosystem 1 is consisting of 700 nanometer, photosystem 2 is consisting of 680 nanometer. Now the question arises, why only these? They have given the value. Now where these nanometers are present? In the Vebgaya or visible rays anta heladaga, I will tell you in the detailed structure of the sunlight, I will tell you. Okay. So when the light is falling through the prism, when the single white light is passed, it gives 7 colors, that is Vebgaya. Okay. So wavelength range nodidre starting from 380 ಅಥವಾ 400 ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ 720 end ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. So last red color plays a very important role in the process of photosynthesis. Why? Because the photosystems andre chlorophyll pigment wavelength range, photosystem wavelength range is coming to the 680 to 700 nanometer. Okay, it is coming to the 680 to 700 nanometer. That is why it is said that, okay, that is why it is said that red light is playing an important role in the process of photosynthesis. When the light is falling on the leaf, the red light plays a very important role in the process of photosynthesis because of this reason. The NEET question, CET question, which light plays a very important role? Red light plays a very important role in the process of photosynthesis because of the presence of 680 to 700 nanometer of the wavelength range. Okay. Now students, this concept, so that is why they will say photosynthesis as the carbon assimilation or carbon fixation anta karite. Idu sunlight ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Detail raw materials. Next concept what we are going to see is raw materials required for photosynthesis. Actually it is not there mentioned in your NCERT, but the highlights of the raw materials they have mentioned in your NCERT, so that we have to go in detail. So next concept after this, hope so you have understood all these things. Okay, just note it down, write in the notes, and just if you have any doubts, please read the NCERT and then you ask the doubts. First you note it down, then we'll go for the raw materials required for photosynthesis. That is the carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and the chlorophyll pigment. In detail we will see, actually they have not mentioned here, but we will see in detail, which is very important for the NEET and the CET. Now at present you concentrate on this concept first, try to understand this concept first, then we will go for the next concept, that is raw materials required for photosynthesis. So just concentrate on this.